Hey everybody, welcome back to Record-ology. This is going to be very, very fun. File this under other fun things on this channel because it's not a record player, not a tape player. It's a Zoltar machine. Now, what in the heck is this? And what is a Zoltar machine? So, in the early to mid 20th century, coin-operated amusement machines were all the rage. There's a 1953 movie called The Bandwagon starring Fred Astaire where he's dancing through all of these coin-operated amusements. The item we're looking at today would fit right into it. This is a miniature Zoltar machine that is extremely accurate. It is everything to scale. It is fully functional, and we are going to unbox it and take a look at it in great detail, test it out, maybe get a fortune or two out of it and just look at this thing up close. I guarantee you, yes, I filmed it before I did this intro, I guarantee you that you are going to absolutely be mind-boggled at the attention to detail. You're not going to want to miss this. And that brings us to this beauty right here. So this company, New Wave, which by the way is the same company that makes and sells these awesome M90 mini boomboxes, fully functional. I love the fact, well, not fully functional because it's a great speaker. It doesn't play many cassettes, but I love the fact that the stuff they make is not only highly in the novelty category, but also functional. Like they all do something. And even this being a Zoltar machine. They also make some very cool items such as a miniature cigarette machine, miniature arcade machines, even arcade carpet, arcade wall art, etc., etc. You could, and some people have, gone through and recreated miniature arcades. Now, when this box arrived, this isn't even the box it came in. The box it actually came in was bigger than this. I was blown away how big this is. This thing is 1/6 scale. So I was expecting maybe like a little, 12-inch small thing, but not this big. I was kind of laughing coming out of the post office holding this. I was like, okay, it's a lot bigger than I thought. So this is the box that this is in, obviously. And why am I pointing this out? Well, this box is a replica of a Zoltar machine box that it would arrive at an arcade. You will notice on here things that don't belong on a small box, a relatively small box, like this. I don't think you're going to need a hand truck in order, to do this. And, heavy item. Do not fork this side. Like, obviously, you would need a forklift on this small box. But because this is a miniature giant box, it makes sense. This side up, fragile. Zoltar speaks. Obviously, the dimensions are true to this actual device. And I think that really adds to it. So similar to what they did with the M90s came in replica boxes that the real JVC M90 would have come in back in the day. Okay, so let's get into this. I guess we should take a look at this packaging as well. So we've got the image of the Zoltar machine, 1/6 scale. Zoltar speaks on the side, a list of features. We'll go through that. Very excited that it is animated. It is coin operated just like a real one, so it does take mini coins, and it has 16 pre-recorded messages, and there are 55 fortunes that it will spit out. So I'm super excited, guys. This is all silly, fun stuff, and I'm here for it, guys. I love this stuff. This is firmly in the nostalgic realm that I love. Also want to point out, so it is 12.2. So it is about a 12-inch thing, but in all the packaging, it's a bit bigger than I thought it was. 1/6 scale, as I said, hand-painted, quality built with premium materials, not just some plastic junk, right? So we'll see about that. Reproduction LED cabinet lighting featuring a multicolor changing crystal ball. Mini faux power cord, officially licensed from Characters Unlimited. Amazing that this character so many years later is something that needs to be licensed, but I love that. I just think that is so cool. The attention to detail, all of it. All right, our first peek here. We've got a USB jack or cord. So it is USB-C. We've got our mini coins. Look at these. They even look like little metal coins. If I don't lose these, it's going to be a miracle. But look at those things. Little tokens. You got to have tokens at the arcade. That's sort of rule number one of the arcade. And the fact, like I showed earlier, that they even make a miniature token machine, change machine, is absolutely mind-bogglingly cool. Okay, so this must be the replica original power cord. And yeah, it kind of looks like a headphone jack on this side, and then on this side it's got a plug looking thing. It's just sort of a piece of plastic there, but again, the attention to detail and keeping the scale of things. All right, we got a user manual. Okay, pointing out all of the location of everything, how it works, the warranty. I think there's like a call center somewhere that just supports these. Hello, how can we support your Zoltar today? All right, so there's that. Here's a reveal. There's the device. This is so cool. This must be the roll of fortunes. Now, I wonder, once the fortunes come out, if they can be reused and reloaded, or do you need to buy another roll of them? I thought they were going to be like little pieces of plastic, but it looks like they're little pieces of paper. Look, they even tear off. Look at that. It's a little bigger than I thought, too. Okay, so it looks like this fits inside, perhaps. And there is the piece de resistance itself. This is the Zoltar. This goes solidly into the category of things I never thought I would own. This is ensconced in plastic wrap, and there it is. Zoltar. Okay, this is there's a lot to unpack here. Not physically, but figuratively. Yeah, this is so cool looking. Look at this. We're going to look at all of the details in close proximity here. But yeah, that's the overall device. It's got a little bit of weight to it. It is a plastic construction. Looks like a wood grain on top here. Finely detailed along the edges. And even this surface is textured. And we'll look at it up close and personal. Okay, let's start here. So there is Zoltar himself. He lives in this box, and I don't think he's planning on coming out. I really hope he doesn't come out. Does he have 6 fingers on his left hand there? No, there's 5 there. Did you know that they always, usually for like cartoon type characters, use 4 fingers on hands because 5 looks like too much a lot of the time? And that's what 5 does. It looks like 6 fingers at first glance. So it looks like he's got maybe a couple of coins in there. On his desk there, it looks like some tarot cards. I'm sure this correlates to what the real ones would have. I'm not terribly familiar with Zoltar, as I had only encountered 1 or 2 of these in my life. And this is not something that my mom would normally be like, hey, yeah, go on up there and get yourself a fortune. My dad, on the other hand, would be like, yeah, do it. That's totally cool. So once or twice, mom allowed me to do something like this. And I remember thinking that the little fortune card was cool. So there's his crystal ball that apparently will light up. And look at the detailing on him. Look at the headpiece. Look at the curtain in the back. Look at the threads along the sides there on the sort of curtain pieces, I guess you would say. So that's plastic. I was wondering if that was going to be glass or plastic. He's got an amazing goatee, a gold chain. He's like adorned in this amazing like silk shirt that sort of completes the ensemble. We do have what appears to be Aladdin's lamp. On this side, you can really see that fringe on top there hanging down. And he's got a big ruby ring on that finger that's catching the light nicely. So Zoltar is a pretty successful guy from what I think. So really looking forward to enlisting his services. Down here, I'm guessing this is a battery compartment. It would make sense. Oh no, that's the tickets. So the tickets are going to go in there. Interesting. And there's like a little micro switch right there. And that's up. Looks like right now there is a token in place, but I think... Okay. Oh, interesting. So there's already a roll of them in the back. Looks like there's another roller back there. So is this like an extra roller? Okay, I should probably read the instructions. Looking down here is where we put the coins in. Not sure what that is. This is where the tickets come out. It is 25 cents apparently if you have small money, which we do now, so we're ready to go. Over on this side, there is a button. So another look at the detailing there. On the bottom, we've got a Zoltar Speaks 2024 Characters Unlimited ink. Yeah, this is and look at the foam feet. They're kind of designed to look like larger rubber pads. This is a new product, I believe. The back textured as well. The speakers back there. Look at the speaker holes. How some of them are round, but then the perimeter is like stars. Very interesting. Coin collection box. So this is where the coins go. Look at this. Look at this. So as the owner-operator of this new arcade, including one arcade, we'll need to go around at the end of the night and collect our profits. And that's where they will be. Down here we have a volume knob. So we can make him quieter or louder. Down here this says ATTIR off. So I'm not sure what that does yet. This is the faux AC cable. We can put that in there. And then this is the charging port as well as a charging indicator light. And down here is the power switch. And it's turning itself right on. So there is the device. Okay, so that button back here that I wasn't sure about, it's the attract mode. So basically when you're in the arcade, it can grab your attention by either constantly emitting an action and a sound like every 5 minutes, or it can do it based on motion proximity, or you can deactivate that. So that is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and plug in our faux cable down here. So now everything's to scale. We're ready to go. I also learned that this is it's loaded. So it comes with a preloaded roll of tickets, and you need to take this drum off in order to replace it. So no action right now. We just need to hold on to this until a later date, and then this would go on and replace it. So yeah, that's really, really cool. I wonder if you could tape these back together and use them again. I don't know. I'm just being cheap. Okay, let's go ahead and put this door back on like that and power this bad boy up. I'm going to dim the lights too so we can kind of see it without all of the bright studio lights.
You may have heard this, but Zoltar is here to tell you you can believe it. Age is simply a matter of mind. If you don't mind, then my friend, it doesn't matter. So go on, be carefree like a little baby. But first, give Zoltar a little money, and I will give you a fortune.
So he spit out another ticket.
I see you over there. Yes, you. Come on over and let Zoltar be sharing with you your fortune.
So this is in attract mode. So it's a motion sensor. That's what that little black thing is. So if I wave my hand...
I am Zoltar, the Great Gypsy, and I can see your fortune. Come see it too, no?
And then it spits out a ticket.
What are you waiting for? Come on over. For a small fee, Zoltar will give you a wealth of wisdom.
You can also press this button on the side to activate it.
My name is Zoltar the Gypsy, and I have some words of wisdom to bring you much happiness. As you travel through this life, remember this. If you think you can, or you think you can't, you're right. Go ahead and let Zoltar tell you more.
There's your ticket. So the fact that this is an actual animatronic brings me a lot of joy. I think this is so cool. And the ticket thing isn't quite lined up right. It's spitting out like 2/3 of the ticket. So I've got to sort of fiddle with that until I get it lined up exactly right there. And we haven't even put a coin in yet. We've just kind of looked at it in attract mode where it's designed to catch patrons walking on by, which I've deactivated now because every time I move anything, it sets it off. Alternatively, there's this button back here, which I think in off mode, which is what it's at now, it still works. Yeah.
You may have heard this, but Zoltar is here to tell you you can believe it. Age is simply a matter of mind. If you don't mind, then my friend, it doesn't matter. So go on, be carefree like a little baby. But first, give Zoltar a little money, and I will give you a fortune.
He gave me a fortune. I didn't have to give a little money. Now, I want to look at these fortunes here. Do you like to lay in bed just to rest your sleepy head? That's okay for a day or two, but as a habit, it will never do. If you don't want to have too many regrets in your life, get up early, get there first, and success will come to you instead of the next fellow. You have a very pleasant disposition and know how to make the most of it. Life for you hasn't been too easy, but I foresee a turn of events that will give you a great deal of happiness. When opportunity comes, grab it and don't let it slip through your fingers. They are like, they're accurate down to the details on the back. And so yeah, it has a whole roll of these loaded in, and then there's one more roll here. I hope New Wave sells replacement rolls, because it'd be kind of sad if you couldn't, get the ticket. But look at the detail on these things. This is incredible. So we've heard a couple of sayings. I want to hear more, and I want to try out the coin-operated portion. So let's go ahead and try to insert a coin and see what happens. I feel like I'm going to lose these things. They're so tiny, and I've got, these big fingers here. Okay, let's go ahead and stick a coin in. Okay, I heard it roll in. All right, nothing happened right off the bat. Maybe I have to push the button anyway.
My name is Zoltar the Gypsy, and I have some words of wisdom to bring you much happiness. As you travel through this life, remember this. If you think you can, or you think you can't, you're right. Go ahead and let Zoltar tell you more.
Put a coin in. It didn't set it off. I love the musical chimes.
Zoltar the Gypsy at your service. Today is your lucky day, my friend, for I have a fortune especially for you. Listen closely. Sometimes you can tell a wise person not only by what he says, but also by what he doesn't say. Remember, it is much better to say little than to say too much and regret it later. Give Zoltar your treasure. I have much wisdom to share with you.
All right, Zoltar, you want my treasure? Here's another treasure. So yeah, I guess the coin is just for fun, but it's not truly coin operated. It's button operated. Let's do it again.
Zoltar is here to give you the wisdom of the ancients. Do with it what you will. Destiny is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of choice. It is not a thing to be waited for. It is a thing to be achieved. Create your destiny wisely, my friend, and surrender a bit more wealth for more instruction from Zoltar.
Zoltar's really just giving wisdom here. These aren't, it's not like as much mysticism as you might expect. There's a couple more tickets. Let's see how it is with I'm going to put back on the motion detect mode.
I see you over there. Yes, you. Come on over and let Zoltar be sharing with you your fortune.
So that wasn't a fortune. That was one of the attract mode attractions. So you're walking by. Okay, it's set to every 5 minutes. Okay, so now it should be motion activated.
I see
there
you
we
over
go.
There. Yes, you. Come on over and let Zoltar be sharing with you your fortune.
That's so cool. Well, guys, that's about all there is to it. It's a Zoltar machine. It works. It does amazing things. And it's very cool, very nerdy, and completely a novelty. Completely and utterly a novelty, but I think it's a cool.
You may have heard this, but Zoltar is here to tell you you can believe it.
All right, my friends, and that is going to do it. I love this stuff. I used to have this book when I was a kid called Things You Never Knew Existed, and it was a catalog of sorts. And it told you about and showed pictures of crazy gadgets and things that you never knew existed and how to get them. This would have fit very well within that because, who would have guessed that this existed? And New Wave Toys is making the coolest stuff. Absolutely cool. And if you're fitting out a man cave or a geek den or in Adam the Woo's case, a corridor of goons, this stuff would fit right in there. And like I said, what I love so much about it is the quality and the attention to detail and the fact that the stuff is functional. It's not just a light up novelty that doesn't do anything. It actually does what it's supposed to do. That's just so cool. So, so cool. Anyway, my friends, you can see the excitement on my face. I really, really love this one. I hope you did too. Thumbs up if you think to do it and wouldn't mind doing so. But that's going to do it for today. So happy record hunting. We'll see you next time.